I love my boho necklace, but it's just not working for me at the moment, and if I don't fix the problem, I am going to have to retire it. Hello, welcome to The Stylish Maker. My name's Carol. So as I said, my boho necklace, I love it, but it's just not working for me at the moment. Because I'm wearing a lot of turtlenecks, it is too short. It sits way up here and you can't see the beautiful detail of my necklace. So unless I fix it, I'm going to have to put it away until I stop wearing my turtlenecks, and I don't know when that will be, and I don't want to retire it. So I'm going to show you a little hack that will enable you to wear all of your necklaces at 3 or 4 different lengths. So should we get started? I've got 2 different piles of supplies here, and the reason for that is that I have 2 different types of clasps on my necklaces. So I have a toggle clasp, and that was on the necklace that I was wearing, and that looks like this. And I also have necklaces with a lobster clasp, which looks like this. Now you could use this trick on any necklace. You just need to make the right type of extender so that you can use it with the right type of clasp. So we're going to make 2, as I said, we're going to make a toggle clasp one and a lobster clasp one. What I've got here for my toggle clasp is my toggle clasp. Now this one happens to match my necklace, but it doesn't really matter. You could use it with any toggle clasp. All you need to worry about is that it's a similar size to some of your toggle clasps. If I tried to use this with a really small toggle clasp, it wouldn't work. And then I have 2 6mm jump rings, and I have a piece of chain. Now this happens to be a black piece of chain. I'm using black jump rings and I'm using a black toggle clasp, but if you have a look at my necklace, the chain on my necklace is different. This is a mother and son chain, and this is a twisted curb chain. I'd have used the same toggle clasp, but that doesn't matter. And for my lobster clasp one, I have again a piece of chain. This one's quite a bit shorter, but it doesn't matter what length you have. You can make it as long or short as you like. I have a lobster clasp, and I have this time 2 4mm jump rings. And there's a really good reason for that, which I'll tell you later. So I hope you stick around to the end to see what these necklaces look like in their with their different lengths. You will also need 2 pairs of chain nose pliers. Now, if you haven't done anything like this before, then I'll talk you through step by step, so don't worry. Chain nose pliers have a flat inside, and the reason you need a flat inside, it's not ridged like the ones you get from the hardware store, is simply so that it doesn't damage the wire. So I'm going to take my 2 pairs of pliers, I'm going to take my jump ring, and I'm going to open it. So if you haven't done this before, I'll leave you a link to a tutorial all about it, but I'm going to show you it in a nutshell. So you hold it on the side with your pliers, and I've got the split at the top. And then I take the other side with my other pliers, and then I twist my hand down, and that has opened my jump ring. Then I'm going to feed on the end of my chain, and I'm going to put on the loop of my toggle clasp, one side of my toggle clasp. Then I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to do that in reverse. And if it doesn't close properly, if you can see that mine isn't quite closed, what you do is you wiggle backwards and forwards, and you push this plier towards that one until it closes. And you can often hear it or feel it kind of grate against the other piece. So there's the first side of my toggle clasp attached, and I'm going to repeat that for the other end. So just taking my jump ring again, and I'm going to open it, and I'm going to feed on my chain and my toggle clasp, and then I'm going to close up my jump ring. And there is the other end. Now I'm not going to show you the examples of how it works yet. I'm going to make you wait till the end. All right, now the reason I have 2 4mm jump rings here instead of the 6mm, well, there's a really good reason. I'm going to show you that a little later on. So I'm going to basically use those same principles, opening my jump ring, and these ones are a little smaller, so a little bit more fiddly, but still quite doable. And I'm going to feed on my chain, the little loop of my lobster clasp, and then I'm going to close up my jump ring again. I'm just double checking that it's really well closed. That's what I have. Now I'm going to repeat that and put the other jump ring on the other end. So just taking my jump ring and opening it and feeding on the chain and closing up my jump ring. So there's my chain with the clasp on one end and the little 4mm jump ring on the other. Now let's have a look at how this works. So I've got my necklace on, and as you can see, it's quite short. It's kind of quite up high. And this is really good when I wear a t-shirt or I wear an open neck collar, but not working with my turtleneck. So let's take it off and we will see how this works. I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the channel and also hit that notification bell. That way you'll see more of my videos and you will never miss a thing. And if you're enjoying this one, it would be really lovely if you would give me that thumbs up. I'm going to take my toggle clasp extender and I'm going to put the bar part through the loop of my necklace. And then I'm going to put the loop part through the bar of my necklace, like that. So you can see that extends my necklace quite a lot. So that's what that looks like. And to be honest, it's not working either because it's drawing attention right here. And I don't want people looking right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten it. So let me show you how I do that. There's my necklace with the toggle clasp extender attached. So what I'm going to do is take the bar from the extender. I'm going to pull it over and I am going to put it through this loop here. Voila, it's now shorter. I think this is the perfect length actually, but if I wanted it a little bit shorter, I can do exactly the same thing again. So let's look at that one as well. So that's how I had it. Now I can take the bar from the extender and I can bring it back over here again. So then it's given me an extra length as well. So let's have a look and see what that one looks like on. There we go. So I can do it again and it makes it a little bit shorter again. And of course I could do that again. So if I take this, I'm just going to do it while I've got it on. So if I take my bar again and I thread it back through and it's shorter again. So as you can see, I can wear it at multiple lengths. So let's have a look and see how the one with the lobster clasp works. By the way, if you're interested in making the necklace that I'm wearing, the boho one, or the rainy day necklace that I'm about to show you, I'll leave you links in the description box below for the tutorials for that. The earrings I made in a live stream with my Jewel Box group, and if you would like to see that, I'll leave you a link in the description box for a 7-day free trial. Here's my rainy day necklace and I've got my extender. Now it does work principally in the same way. So we open our clasp and we pop that on, and then we open this clasp and we pop that on. And as you can see, that's extended my necklace by about 10 centimeters. And this is what it looks like with the extender, but once again, it's drawing attention to the wrong place. So I want it kind of midway. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So remember I said I needed a 4mm jump ring on this end instead of a 6mm. Now the reason for that is very, very simple. What you can do is, if you've got a 6mm jump ring here, is thread this 4mm jump ring through it. You can thread your chain through, and then what you can do is add your jump ring, your 4mm, to the lobster clasp, and then add your lobster clasp to the lobster clasp. So that will give you that second length. So let's have a look at that one on. So there's my rainy day necklace on, and I think it's a really good length now. It's not drawing attention down here where I didn't want attention drawn. It's in my portrait area, so that's good. Now this necklace wasn't actually as short as the other one. The boho necklace was really short and kind of choking me. This one was actually not a bad length, so I didn't add that much of an extender, but you can make these extender chains any length you like. If you wanted a really long necklace, you can make a really long necklace, but there's just one thing to remember, is that if you put a really long extender chain on, you will see the clasp. So it might be a good idea to make it part of the design. For example, if you use a toggle clasp, you can actually create a little bit of a design with your toggle clasp. So that's an idea for you. So just a reminder, this is what the boho necklace looked like at its original length. And here it is really long, drawing attention to all the wrong places. And here it is at the right length for this top. So let's have a look at the rainy day one now. This is the original length of the rainy day necklace, and to be honest, it's quite a good length for me with this top, but I'm going to show you at the long length as well. And here it is at the long length. Hopefully this little hack will help you out in a sticky situation. Thank you so much for watching today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon.